I just lost my first video, damn it. I was trying to put it back on the mount, and I pushed the button, and it was gone. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, the video was nothing really major. It was just me saying, hey, it's a super nice day, it's sunny, the sky's blue, blah, 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 blah. And let's talk about manifestation. Yes, let's. Because, you know, our thoughts, boy, oh boy, oh boy, are they ever powerful. The cell phone that I'm talking to you on, our thoughts are more powerful than that. They go farther than that. If I can reach somebody in China with this phone, you best believe your thoughts can reach somebody even farther than China. They can. And it's actually funny. And I'm going to tell you a few little stories about how stuff like that, like how energy transfer is real. Like if you're thinking about something in another person, like how that actually can transpire. Because first thing is, okay, so I was at work the other day and I went to a table, it was 4 men, and I took their order. And like, I don't write my orders down when I take them. I just take them, run, go, get them, whatever. So I'm taking their orders, but I'm weird. I got to go backwards, like, so I'm going counterclockwise. I don't know if it's because I'm left-handed or whatever, but I go backwards for pretty much everything I ever do. So I'm like at this table and I'm taking their order, and one of them was like, sheesh. When I walked away, he's like, how's she gonna remember that? It's funny. I think if I sit for a second, I could probably still remember this. And this was 2 weeks ago. So anyhow, guys, like, how is she going to remember that? And I thought about it because as I was walking away and he said that, I chuckled in my mind. And I was like, it's all good. I got this. But, so, that was a loud truck. So anyhow, I go, oh, it's funny. Because I was walking away when he said that about how is she going to remember that? And it's weird because, like, I chuckled, blah, blah, blah. I go, I bring in all their food. I get all their food right. And I grab all their drinks. There was, this guy had whatever, Pepsi root beer. This guy had water. This guy in the corner wanted iced tea. And then this guy was having a 7-Up, I believe. So I brought back the 2 pops for the front guys, and then I had a water for this guy, which I was supposed to have, and the other guy gave him a water too. And he looks at me and he's like, you got iced tea? I was like, oh shoot, yeah, you said iced tea, didn't you? And I laughed at that because I was like, man, I said, you know what's funny? And then I told them, I said, as I walked away, blah blah, I heard one of you guys say, how's she gonna remember that? So it's so funny because the guy that I got his drink wrong, okay, I got his drink wrong. He was the one that said, how's she going to remember that? So did he doubt me? Did he, like, you know, and I don't care. I just think that it's really funny because he was the one that said that. So he had a thought and he put his thought out there and he likely thought she's going to mess something up, right? Like he likely thought that. And then somehow his thought came to me, kicked me in the arse, and made me forget his drink and bring him back a water. Super grateful that it wasn't food because I don't like messing up food because food is so expensive right now. So I was like, huh, that's an easy fix. So I go back and I get him the iced tea and I give back to him. But that to me was a huge thing for me to show me that energy transfer is real. Because this guy had a thought that she's not going to remember that. I barely ever forget anything on my orders. His thought came into me and because I laughed maybe, I don't know, but for some reason, some shape or form, that thought of his made me mess up his drink. So funny. So it's powerful, man. It's powerful. Think about when you're when you're out or something, or when you're talking to somebody and you're like, hey, I haven't heard from blah 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 for such a long time, or Billy Bob or whatever, and then the next thing you know, you're turning around and oh, that's him on the phone, or oh, that's him here. You know, it happens at work all the time. We'll talk about regular customers and we'll be like, oh, we haven't heard from this customer or seen this customer in such a long time, and then the next thing you know, customer comes in. It's amazing. So I was out driving today and I thought about, because I think it was yesterday or the day before, somebody on my friends list, a friend of mine, she's super amazing. I love her. Just like her mind is just, it's amazing. So anyhow, she made a post talking about manifesting, and in her post she said to think about yellow cars and keep a yellow car in your mind and just think about it. And when you go out, pay attention to how many times you see yellow cars. So I'm like, after I watched that video, or after I seen her little comment thing, I believe I was at work that day. On my way home from work, yep, yellow car. Yep, another yellow car. So and I'm like seeing yellow cars all over the place, and I didn't even want to try the manifesting thing, because I know, right? I know. So, but because it was in my subconscious mind, because I had that thought in there, I took it in, I was paying attention to what she said, it worked, and I started seeing yellow cars everywhere. And then I wasn't even going to make this video, but if you look, I just came up here to get some bird food, and over at the bird food place, look at that. Ooh, it's a yellow car. Well, it's not quite a car. It's yellow, and I've seen it in my travels. So, seriously, our thoughts are incredibly powerful. And if you think, about how powerful our thoughts can be, then, so, if they're on the news all the time talking about, really bad stuff, if they're on the news, I'm trying to figure out a way to put this thing now, because if I try to put it back in my thing, I might lose that. I'm going to try not to. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, good. I was very careful. So, anyhow, I was if you think about, take that into consideration, okay? Manifesting things is a reality. It is very real. So real. I can go on with endless stories about manifesting. And we have that power in our hands. We have that. We need to learn how to use it is the thing. That's the tricky part, because in order to use it properly, or if we use it properly, we have the world in our hands. We have an advantage to us. You know what I mean? And this is the stuff that they're trying to keep us from learning and trying to keep us from knowing. We are such amazing people. We are it's actually, I don't even know the extreme of how amazing we are, but I know that we're freaking amazing. I can tell you, my son Cody one time, okay, this is a quick one of a trampoline. Years ago, we were living in Woodside down on Crawford Street, and when he was young, he was in school and he had to draw in his journal, they were drawing pictures of something that they wanted. So he drew a picture, and he drew a green trampoline. Green, okay. I never see green trampolines, okay? Never, but whatever. So maybe a year, 2 years later went by, and my friend calls me up and says, hey, we're moving from a house to an apartment, and I can't take the trampoline with us. Do you want it for your kids? I'm extremely grateful at this moment. I was like, yeah, for sure. That'd be awesome. Thank you. Super happy about it. So we get the trampoline. It's green. Yep, it was green. And I've never seen a green trampoline. Never. So, and I didn't even clue in at that time. And this was really shortly after I read the book The Secret, to learn about the way our thoughts become things and stuff like that. So I read the book The Secret, and then so I get the trampoline, and then maybe 2 or 3 months later, I was going through my room. I have boxes in my room with a bunch of stuff, and there's the kids' artwork and stuff like that from when they were younger. So I'm going through that, and I'm looking at Cody's stuff, and I see the picture of the green trampoline, and I almost crap myself, because I'm holy smokes, he did it. He manifested it. But the thing is, with manifesting is, you can't dwell on it. You can't dwell on it. It's like going to the restaurant. You eat a meal, it's so good, and then you leave, and you know, that's it. You don't talk about it no more. You just leave it. That's the hard part for sometimes, myself included, very much so. But so anyhow, if you think about what the news is putting out all the time, what they want us to listen to and hear, and blah blah blah, if that's all going in our subconscious mind, what is that doing? What is that doing? That is creating things. You know what I mean? Manifesting things is real, No matter if it's infections, no matter if it's a pot of gold, no matter if it's a green trampoline, it does not matter. Yellow cars don't matter. It is real. You manifest what you think about. And that's the honest to God's truth. That's why they try to dumb us down. That's why they want to calcify our pineal gland, because they don't want it to work. That's why they put fluoride in our water. They put out this great big campaign that fluoride is so good for your teeth. Go and look and see how good fluoride really actually is for us, because it's not. It's very toxic. All the stuff that they put in our cereals and stuff like that, like all of that stuff is all created to kill us. Yeah, kill us. I say that as positively and just like, not positively, but like I'm trying to be like, yeah, because I don't really want to believe that there's people like that in this world. But the sad thing is, there are. I've always wondered, how in the heck does somebody actually make the movie Saw? Like, I can't even sit through those movies because they are fucking disgusting. And I thought in my mind, I'm like, how does do people actually really think like this? Yeah, they do. They do. It's disgusting. It's really gross. My soul knew that there was something up. My soul knew that there was something wrong, and I didn't know what it was. Even right now, everything that's still going on is not right. Is not right. That's why I have been saying everything that I say. But now I'm trying to, maybe if I show you about the manifestations and stuff like that, maybe if you look at it that way, in that perspective, maybe that might help. I don't know. But remember, our thoughts become things. They're very, very crucial. You got to keep your thoughts as clear as you can, as good as you can, and as kind as you can, as nice as you can. Don't judge people, and don't belittle people and stuff like that, and name calling, everything. Like, all of that stuff will come back to you. All of that stuff will come back to you. We need to get more like God, and we need to be more Jesus-like, and care and have compassion and have a fucking heart and not want to condemn everybody for speaking their truth, being who they actually are. It's pretty sad that I just watched a man in a very nice car take something from the box where they donate things. You see, he's got a very nice car. I'm not saying he's rich, but why are you taking from that? Anyway, wow. I'm not trying to judge either, but that's a new low. That's a low. Anyway, yeah, so forget that. Sorry, I just was very distracted. Next time I do this in the woods. Next time I go to the woods. But, seriously, your thoughts become things. They're super, super important. Like, super important. Get in touch with yourself. Get in touch with who you are. What feels right, what doesn't feel right, stuff like that. If you think that something is not right, that's your intuition telling you it's not right. You have to trust that. You have to trust that. It's so important. It's like your intuition is what helps you navigate through life. You hear that voice. Did you ever notice sometimes you'd be like, you're going to do something, and then you have the thought to do this way, but then you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go this way. Never, ever second guess yourself. Ever. Because what usually happens when you do it that way, when you go for the second route instead of the first route, it's usually the wrong way. Usually. Most times it's the wrong way. So, just carry that with you today. Carry that with you today and think that, my thoughts are actually doing something. Maybe I should keep them in check. Who knows? I don't know. And I know, maybe I seem like I'm fear-mongering all the time, but I'm not. I'm not trying to, the last thing I want to do is scare anybody. I don't want anybody in a fear vibration whatsoever. Not at all. I want people elevated. I want people happy. I want people loving. I want people having compassion for each other. You know what I mean? Not name calling and fucking want to throw rocks and sticks and bricks and shit, Just have a heart. That's all. That's all that's required for this life. Just have a heart. And a good GPS system on the inside. Anyway, much love and light to all of y'all. Have a super day. I'll see you again. Enjoy this friggin' sunshine. Look at it. Okay, we're going to do a quick little... Hold on. Get out and enjoy this. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. It's good for you. It's so good for you. It's good for your soul. Look at all that craziness. What's going on right there? What? So cool. Anyway, I love you. Have a super day.